Hello, and welcome to VEWA number 2 for Steve. VEWA. Look, if you missed it last week, not my problem. What's today? Today is a vlog every week in April. I'm a little late. Welcome, it's VEWA number 2. 1963. Turbulent times, 1963. But I find myself wanting to celebrate 1963 today. Today or tomorrow. Turbulent times. Vietnam War, governor in Georgia making ridiculous statements about segregation, massive civil unrest and general unrest globally, and yet it was also the debut of Iron Man for Marvel Comics. The Beatles released their first album, Please Please Me. Lawrence of Arabia won the Oscar for Best Picture. The first James Bond film is shown in the US, Dr. No. President Kennedy delivers Anne is correct, right? Historic address in which he promises a civil rights bill. Not to mention, Disney opened the Enchanted Tiki Room. Do you remember how Dad loved the Enchanted Tiki Room? He'd drag us in there all the time. You know, every time I would go, it's been a little while since I've been, I would drag my kids into there and make them sit through the Tiki Room. It was a great show. Well, it was an okay show, but it was Dad's show, and so we did it. Do you remember? And speaking of JFK, he delivered his Ich bin ein Berliner speech. Zip codes were introduced. NASA launched SYNCOM-2. What the heck is SYNCOM-2, you ask? It's only the world's first geostationary satellite. Well, you see, geostationary satellites allow us to do all sorts of things. It can orbit right over one spot. And what does that allow us to do? Communication, broadcasting, satellite imagery for weather, basically everything you get to see on television and through the news today. It's all because of this idea, the first one ever. Who cares about that? You see, JFK was really on a roll, which makes the fact that he was assassinated in that same year all the more troubling. Anyway, as we said in the beginning, turbulent times. But James Meredith became the first African American to graduate from Mississippi State. Shortly after this, Martin Luther King delivered his I Have a Dream speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. The Pro Football Hall of Fame opened in Canton, Ohio. You had to get a little sports out of me, didn't you? The first push-button phone was introduced by AT&T and made available to its customers. The Beatles released their second album, with the Beatles. And of course the singles, I Want to Hold Your Hand and I Saw Her Standing There. That caused Beatlemania, and I guess it was the beginning of the British invasion musically, and well, that created all sorts of craziness as we know. So that's 1963. Yeah, I'm different. I'm in my office, and it's day 2 of this session. I'm going to get this out now. That's going to be the end. There's one little tag here, so enjoy that, and have a great day, and once again, happy 1963. And I'll see you in about a week with another one of these silly VEWA presentations. Wow, that's really bad. I didn't realize. Yeah. Happy day.